We'll start with the first chord. You're going to finger 12th fret on the E, 12th fret on the B, 13th fret on the G. Let it ring out. And then the next part is he plays it up here. So you're going to put your ring finger on the 14th fret and slide up 2, right up here to this right here. And then back down to the 12th. So then on the B string, you're going to slide from the 12th to the 14th. And then your middle finger is going to come down on the 13th fret on the G string. So then your ring will then go on the G string, 11th fret, slide up to the 13th, back down to the 11, and you finish on the 9. So one more time, that's... So that's the way he plays on the song. I think he does some double stops up top. I hear some harmony. I don't know how he recorded it. When I did the cover of the song, that's how I played it. But recently I've been playing it like this because I've been playing on the acoustic, so my guitar cuts off right up here, so I can't reach up there. So I've been playing it like this. Oops. But so if you want to play it like that, the double stops are on the B string, 10th fret, G string, 11th fret, and then you slide up like the same, it's basically the same pattern. You're just playing it down an octave. And then it's 9-9, so, and then you're gonna take it down 2 strings, so then it's gonna be 9-9, but on the G and the D, and then you just taking that and sliding it up 2, back down, and then taking it down to this right here, where your pointer finger is on the 9th fret of the D string, and your ring finger will be on the 11th fret of the A string. So then and then you just take that position down and you slide it down too, right down there. And then you finish on this one where your pointer finger will be on the 6th fret of the D string, and your whatever finger you prefer on the 7th fret of the A, right there. So one more time, that's like this. Just like that. Okay, and then the next riff from there is a little... So you're going to put your pointer finger on the G string, 4th fret, and you're going to hammer on to the 6th. So you're doing that on the G string, to the 4 to the 6, and back to the 4. And then you're just taking that same pattern and you're doing it on the string right above it, on the D string. And then your final note right there is on the 2nd fret of the D string. So for then that little, you're going to play on the 2nd fret of the A and D string, and you're just sliding it up 2 frets together. Oh, right there like that, and then finishing on that note. So you can do those little double stop slides, and then finish it right there. And then the next one is going to be up here on the 9th fret. So you're going to take your pointer finger and you're going to finger the 9th fret on the D and the G. So picking pattern on that is just 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, back down. So once you get this down, so you're going D, D, G, G, D, D, then to the G, D, D, G, G, D, D, and then your ring finger on the 11th fret of the G string, and you're sliding it up, and you're resolving on the 12th fret of the B string with your middle finger. So one more time. And then then your pinky comes in right here on the 14th fret of the B string. And then from there, you're gonna take your ring finger. You're still holding all these strings. You got to keep it all in place. And then you're gonna slide it down here. So you kind of get like a little. You just want to hear this note for like a split second. And once you slide here, you're gonna go back to the 9th fret of the G string. And then go down to the D string on the 11th fret. And then resolve on the 9th fret of the G. So let's walk through that kind of slow. So that's that lick right there. And then after that, you're going to go into like the chorus, where you're going to take your pointer finger on the 4th fret of the G string. And then you hit the 6th fret. So you're going to go, start at the chorus, then you're going to go 4th fret on the G string. And then to the 6th, back to the 4th, and then I slide my pointing finger up to the 9th of the G string still. Oh. And then to the 11th. And then, for this part, I take my middle finger, place it on the 10th fret of the B string, and then my first finger is barring the 9th fret on the G and the B. So the way I pick that out is I let those ring like a double stop right there as well. So I'm hitting the G and the B right there. So I'm gonna hit those twice, or sorry, I'm gonna hit those together once, and then I'm gonna hit the B string separate. So both and then one, and it's on the 10th fret. So hopefully you can hear that. I'm just letting that ring out together on the first strike. And then I'm doing that. So from there, you're gonna just remove your middle finger. And that's where the bar comes in, because now you're hitting the 9th fret. And then you're gonna take your ring finger down to the 11th fret of the G string. And then to the 9th of the G string. Okay, so let's play through that real slow real quick. And then I let those ring out again, but now you're going 9 and 9 on the G and B string. And then from that double stop, you're gonna hit the 11th fret of the G string again, and then finish on the 9th fret of the G string. And if you don't want to do the double stops, and then you're just gonna go to the little intro again, but then you stop there. So whether you want to play down there or up here, and then it moves to this little quick riff. Okay, so you're gonna start with the open B, then you're gonna hammer on with the pointing finger to an open E string. And then I use my pinky. I take it down to the 4th fret of the B string. And then back to the 2nd fret of the B string. And then hit the open B string. So from the open B, you're going to put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. And then you're going to slide it down to the 1st fret. And then back up. And then hit an open B. And then you finish finish up like an inverted E chord somehow, just in an inversion, and it's going to be pointer finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and ring finger on the 5th fret of the B string, and then you can hit the open E as well. Next riff is this one way up here on the neck. Let me scooch over, and it sounds like this. So you're gonna hammer on. You're gonna hit the 16th fret on the E string, hammer onto the 17th, and back to the 16th, and then with your ring finger, stretch it down to the B string on the 19th fret, and then back to the 16th on the E, and then your middle finger comes to the 17th fret on the B string. And then that little slide down here is on the G string, and that's from the 16th up to the 18th. And I just use my pointer finger and slide. And then resolving on the 17th fret on the B string. One more time. Okay, next riff. You're gonna put your pointer finger on the 9th fret of the D string, do a hammer onto the 11th fret of the G string, or the D string as well, to the 9th fret of the G string, and then hammer on to the 11th fret of the G string. And then you're gonna take your middle finger from the 11th fret and slide it up to the 13th. And then from the 13th fret of the G string, you're going to put your middle finger on the 12th fret of the B string. And then your pinky up here on the 14th fret of the B string. And then back down to the 12th of the B string. And then I still kept my ring finger on the 13th fret of the G string the whole time, because then you're going to take your ring finger and slide back down like that. We'll walk through that right now. Ready? And then 13th fret of the G string, you're going to hit that twice, and then slide. Slide down to the 11th fret, and then the 9th fret of the G, and you're just hammering back onto the 11th, and then back to the 9th. Full speed. Now to my favorite part, the fast little riff. Okay, so it's actually pretty simple. You're just gonna you're kind of gonna bar the 9th fret on the D to the G, or D and the G, and that's it right there. It's just those 3 notes right there. So you're gonna hammer onto the 11th fret of the D. So 9 on the D, 11 on the D, 9 on the G. And you're just repeating that pattern, little triplets. And I think he plays, I think it's 8 times, I wanna say? No, it can't be, it's gotta be 6 times. I don't know, regardless, once you get that up to speed, the way I practice that, I should have counted, I'm sorry guys. Once you get that down, you're gonna bar the 9th from the D, G to the B, because then your middle finger is gonna hit the 10th on the B, And you're gonna repeat that twice. So you're just literally hitting the 10th on the B, and then taking it off, hitting the 9 on the B, and then just down. So 10 on the B, 9 on the B, 9 on the G, 9 on the D. So we'll go through that. You let that hold for whatever, how many counts that is. So yeah, you do that twice. And then on the third time, you're gonna take your pointer finger and take it down to the 6th fret of the D string. And then you're gonna hit one more time. And you're just hammering on to the 7th, from the 6th of the D to the 7th. And back there. Then your next note is the 7 on the A string. And then you're taking your ring finger on the 9th and sliding it up to the 11th. And then back to the 9th. Okay, next part sounds like this. Put a little distortion on it. So that's the next round. We're just gonna kind of break this up. Put your pointer finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and then take it up to the 9th, and then where you hammer onto the 11th of the A. And then pointing finger up on the 9th fret of the D string, hammer onto the 11th of the D string, on the 9th on the G string, and then hammer on to the 11th, where then you slide over to the 13th like this. So technically you're actually not hammering on, just hitting it and sliding it up. And then resolve on the 12th fret. So after this run, we then have this little lick. So that's pretty simple. You're going to be up here on the 17th fret on the B string, 17th and 18th. So the 18th is on the G string with your middle finger. And you're just literally going to alternate, starting on the B string and then finishing on the B string. And then you got a little bend up here on the 19th. It's a double, like, and then you kind of slowly release it, like, and then you're gonna reach up with your pointer finger to the 17th fret of the E string, and then bend again on the 19th fret on the B string. So one more. So. And then back to the 17th on the B string, middle finger on the 18th of the G, and then you're doing a little hammer on from the 17th to the 19th of the B string. And then you're doing a little run, so. And then you're going to hit that one more time. Then this little run down is just on the 16th fret, the G, to the 18th of the G. Take that, move it up a string. And then just resolving on the 14th of the D string. And then from there, we're just going to go do the chorus. Then you're going to slide with your pointer finger all the way up to the 17th fret of the B. And then he does like a little triple bend, like it bends 3 times. Bends 3 times on the 19th fret of the B. So then after you do that little triple bend, then you move your pinky up a fret to the 20th fret and do a bend. And then go back to the 17th of the B. And technically you could just stay right here. But I don't know, for some reason I just bring my pinky up so I don't have to bend the 19th fret so high. So we'll just do that again from the chorus. So double bend on the 19, 17 on the E, 16 on the E, 17 on the B, and then you're gonna go 16 on the G, 14 on the G, 13 on the G, then you go 13 on the D, and we'll do that again. Then your next note is down here on the A string, which is the 14th fret. So once you're on the 14th fret of the A string, you go to the 12th fret of the A string, and then to the 11th fret of the A string. And you're just kind of doing that twice. Just resolve on the 14th fret of the D string. Just do it real slow, that way you can see the fingerings. And so I actually slide into the 14th fret from the 12th fret of the D string. And then this is your last little part, you're almost there. So from the 14th of the D, you're going to slide it up to the 16th and back to the 14th. And then back to the 16th. And then hammer on to the 18th. And then your last note is on the 16th of the D. So one more time, let's just go through this from the chorus. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful. I know it's been a while. I did the part 1 probably a year ago. So thank you to everybody that was commenting and was eager to see part 2. Just been caught up doing, been writing some songs, doing some open mics and stuff like that. So anyways, finally got around to it. Thanks for tuning in.